And off we go from SoFi Stadium. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Carry the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front, and the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
They run again on first down. Anderson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. To throw on second down, Gutierrez. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run. Anderson. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Tackle made at the 49-yard line. A 1-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 8.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Looking to throw. Gutierrez. Screen play. Anderson. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Gutierrez on 1st and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Tight end. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 21. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Back to the ground, Anderson. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
To throw is Gutierrez. To throw on 2nd down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their third one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now Gutierrez going to throw on third and goal. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
6-yard attempt.
Able to punch this one through. Well, they didn't get in the end zone, but pretty good balance there on the opening drive between the run and the pass.
Yeah, I think that was probably what they wanted to get accomplished right out of the gate. Throw the ball with success, run it, of course, to set the tone. So we saw the offensive coordinator's play sheet, probably wrote himself a little note. Exactly what we wanted to do. Probed it early and got it done.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Peters. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On second down now, it's Peters. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Number 42.
The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Off the play fake, Love. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Buying time to his left. He'll try and run it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Now a throw here on second down, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really.
And this is going to be intercepted. Well, it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
On first down. It's Peters, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
2 minutes gone by, second quarter. Love with it here, third and short yardage. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. On first and 10, Love. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
This is our time.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Second and 9.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Back to throw. Gutierrez. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
Complete to number 3.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Gutierrez from the gun on third down. Brings up fourth down. Solid coverage by the Bears D.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
On third down, Love. And he takes a shot on the release, says this will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You got to get it done with your offensive unit.
That'll go as a 39-yard punt. Give him 9 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offensive coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday you have to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
It'll buy some time right. Incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
The Rams on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Gutierrez. And he comes back with one complete. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Gutierrez now on 1st down. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And here's Gutierrez throwing on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Gutierrez. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. In this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a 2nd one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the 2nd.
They'll run on 1st down. Peters found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Josh McCusker both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. First down, Love to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Oh, incomplete. The rookie had it and lost it there. And it'll be second down. Throwing again. Love. Over the middle to Brown. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Touchdown.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears can grab the lead with the extra point.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Under a minute to play here in the half. Time for a late drive.
It makes sense when you think about it. Hey, try and get it.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 30, 20, 10. And he does take it in for the touchdown. But a flag on the field. I don't think this is going to stand.
They don't put the points on the board just yet.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on first and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught on the right side, Brown. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
At the 42-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Love. Going to throw right side here, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Love, they go play action now. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown.
I believe it was you, Mr. Davis, who said something about them opening things up, taking shots downfield because that D might gang up against the run, and we just saw evidence of why that was a good idea.
And indeed, my friend, just like a broken watch is right twice a day, I get them right every now and then.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Now, we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
To the ground and incomplete. Brings up third down and 1.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Off Play action. Davis. He rifles one that's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
10 at their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be third down.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
On first down, it's Peters. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action this time with Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And now the Rams have got it. Complete away. And his crew will take over with the football at the 35-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a two-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. Two-hand. Oh, I get it. Two-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a run with Anderson, and he'll be taken down at the 34.
On the carry.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, But most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Dancing to his left. Now he's going to throw deep back over the middle. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. He's going to take another shot here. Nice little juke. So that now 2 consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. You wonder if he's trying to do a little too much out there.
Oh, I like where you're going with that maybe he's pressing it a little bit, trying to be too fine with his throws, or maybe overestimating his arm. It could be a combination of all of those things. In any event, he's got to get it figured out and in a hurry.
Following the interception, Love looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Peters. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball. A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Love now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
Foyesade Aluakan made the tackle there from his safety position. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. Again, Anderson. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
32 on the carry.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. This is brought in by Hardy. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing on 1st down. Davis being chased out left. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Bears' 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 34. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Davis now. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 14. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. They'll run on 1st down. Anderson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
on 2nd and 9. Davis, his pass caught at the 4. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Back to throw. Davis. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Rams are now just a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Davis now, operating from the gun. Goes right side. He's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out.
Michael Batchley set to kick off.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this 3rd quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Now a dump off here complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
And the Bears 1st down.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Love. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. Wide open receiver complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 26. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Chicago.
Play fake. Here's Love. And with a flag down, he goes down. So they're able to sack him. Now the penalty looks like it could be holding. Let's find out. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Going back to Love. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. The Bears on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. To throw now. Here's Love. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
To number 87.
From 17 yards out. And the Bears have broken the tie.
On that 3rd down call, the goal was to get the ball to their tight end and pick up a 1st down, but he wasn't satisfied with just that. They got the 1st down. That was the gravy. He decided to take in the whole meal and rumbled in for a touchdown.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Score Bears 21, Rams 14. Eddie Pinheiro, the kickoff for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10. at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
It's now.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. This will be a 41-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Bears take over.
37-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Love from the gun. He's got the connection left side to Brown. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
A gain of 4.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've got an answer for it.
And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. So with the pass being completed, they'll go ahead and take that instead.
Nothing extra to be gained. Pass interference at the spot, completed the pass. That was your play, so it might as well not even have the penalty.
On first down, Peters. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Peters. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Working out of the gun. Love. His pass caught at the 4. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
At their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. Now the throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And they work this right upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Davis on 1st and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, but 9.9 times out of 10, just missed that one.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So they decline the penalty. That seems a little odd.
I'm trying to work through it and work with them to figure out why.
Well, someone's got to be confused.
That's what I think. I'm pretty sure that the bench is saying take the penalty, and somehow in the heat of the moment, they thought they were saying decline the penalty, and that's going to work against them. They should have taken it.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
This is caught, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again, so another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. Down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up with that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
At the 37-yard line.
Now Davis on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That's an excellent play by the defender. He diagnosed that one, closed quickly, and helped force the incompletion.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Davis on 3rd and 2. Throw here, that's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his team.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
The quarterback taken
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
The kicker here, it's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Now, I'm not putting him in the Hall of Fame, but if you look at the great linebackers in history, they all have that ability to innately sense where a play is going, sometimes even before the ball snaps, and they're there and end up making the play.
He's going to let it fly. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And down to the 36-yard line here. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
Today's final score.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter,